Twiggy. Welcome to the show, Chris. Good
Hello,
morning.
how are you? Hi there, how are you?
Very good, very good. I can hear you very loud and clear, and I can see you beautifully. And let's start our conversation.
That would be great. I'm afraid I think you're breaking up quite a lot in my
Okay.
video feed.
Okay. Let's see. So, first of all, your views on introducing the Commerce Amendment Bill to improve New Zealand's economy at the moment.
I'm sorry, I couldn't understand that question. We might have to try a different phone line or something because I can't actually hear your question.
Okay. This is regarding the Commerce Amendment Bill
Yes?
to bring back the New Zealand economy back to the normal.
Sorry, what was your question about?
Uh,
I got the Commerce Amendment Bill, but I didn't catch the question.
New Zealand Amendment Bill.
Yeah, so the Labor Party is broadly supportive of the changes that the government are making in this area. The one thing
Okay.
that we are concerned about is the suggestion that people who lower their prices might be prevented from doing so. We're at a cost of living crisis. Of course, we want to see prices lowered for New Zealanders. And the idea that the predatory pricing regime would punish people for lowering prices but not for increasing them is something that we are concerned about. But overall, the idea that the Commerce Commission could take more proactive action to ensure that the rights of New Zealand consumers are protected, that's something that we support.
Time, Chris, what is your take on the free trade agreement with India? I think we are nearly on a final stage now. Are you looking forward with that FTA with India?
I certainly hope we can get a free trade agreement with India. That's been a goal for New Zealand governments for quite a long time. My concern would be if we end up with a partial free trade agreement that excludes some of our biggest industries. The dairy industry is very important for New Zealand. It's always been a bottom line for us in terms of a trade agreement with India. So I hope we can get a good gold standard free trade agreement with India that also includes access for our dairy sector.
Any blueprint to overcome the ongoing downfall in the economy? Because I have seen your counter statement about the statement given already by the Prime Minister. The job opportunities, or the overall situation is really, really getting bad from last few months.
The Labor Party's priorities are jobs, health, homes, and real action on the cost of living. And we've put
Right.
jobs at the top of the list because we think one of the best things we can do to support our economy at the moment is get New Zealanders back to work. When New Zealanders are in work, they have more disposable income. That means they're spending more money. It means businesses have more customers and the economy will start moving again. At the moment, the government's policies are reducing the number of people in work, and that's having a real impact on the economy. With 20,000 fewer people working in the construction sector, is it any
Yes.
wonder that the economy is struggling? We've got to get the construction industry back up and running again.
When you look at the Parents Boost visa policy, of course, this is a visitor visa for long term. But from the migrant point of view, are you feeling comfortable with that bar actually has been given for the insurance policies and the premium at this stage? Because that has been just introduced on 29th of September. What is your take on Parent Boost visa?
I can understand why many in our migrant communities are feeling like the National Party misled them during the election campaign because the Boost visa has been set with very high income thresholds that mean that many in our migrant communities who were hoping to bring their parents to New Zealand will really struggle to be able to meet the different financial requirements that the government's imposed on them. And for those who voted for National on the hope that they would introduce this policy, who now aren't going to benefit from it because they don't meet those thresholds, I think they have a right to feel disappointed.
What is your take on Palestine, Chris?
I think it's time for the New Zealand government to formally recognise Palestine. It would be the right thing to do. There's an unfolding genocide taking place in Palestine, and no country around the world should turn its back to that. So we should take a principled position. We should call out the genocide, and then we should work as part of the international community to find peace. There have been movements in that direction in the last few weeks, which have been very encouraging. And I note that other countries recognizing Palestine was one of the reasons that we've seen that movement.
In the meantime, when you're looking at the overall picture of our demography in New Zealand, how do you acknowledge the multiculturalism of this beautiful nation, Aotearoa?
New Zealand is an amazing, diverse country, and it's our diversity that makes us strong as a country. When I look at the huge contribution our migrant communities make, how hard our migrant communities are working, and the huge cultural richness that they bring to our society, I think we have a lot to celebrate. As leader of the opposition, I get to go to amazing events. You know, I was at the Chinese community for the Moon Festival the weekend before last. We've got some Diwali events coming up this weekend, and that celebration of the huge diversity in our community, I think, is one of the really special things about being a leader in New Zealand.
Yes. Chris, last but not least, looking at the local government election, the voting count is really, really low. Only 3 more days to go. Let's appeal to the people to cast their vote.
Yeah, I hope that everyone will get out and exercise their democratic rights to vote for who you want to be your mayor or your councillors or your community board members. There's a lot at stake in the local government elections this year, and it's really important that everybody exercises their right to vote. Democracy, relies on people showing up and making decisions. And so I hope that everybody will take up the opportunity to do that.
Excellent. Thank you so much for your time. See you at Diwali. Thank you.
That's great.
ਐਕਸਲੈਂਟ ਦੋਸਤੋ, ਇਹ ਸਨ ਸਾਡੇ ਨਾਲ ਕ੍ਰਿਸ ਹਿਪਕਿੰਸ, ਜਿਹੜੇ ਕਿ ਗੱਲਬਾਤ ਕਰ ਰਹੇ ਸਨ। ਦੀਵਾਲੀ ਦੇ ਉੱਤੇ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦੇ ਨਾਲ ਮੁਲਾਕਾਤਾਂ ਹੋਣਗੀਆਂ। ਜਿਹੜਾ ਮਲਟੀਕਲਚਰਲਿਜ਼ਮ ਹੈ ਕੰਟਰੀ ਦਾ, ਉਹਦੇ ਉੱਤੇ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੇ ਗੱਲ ਕੀਤੀ, ਅਨਐਮਪਲੋਇਮੈਂਟ ਦੇ ਉੱਤੇ ਗੱਲ ਕੀਤੀ। ਜਿਹੜਾ ਲੇਬਰ ਪਾਰਟੀ ਦਾ ਬਲੂ ਪ੍ਰਿੰਟ ਹੈ, ਇਹਨੂੰ ਲੈ ਕੇ ਉਹ ਕਾਫੀ ਹੋਪਫੁਲ ਨਜ਼ਰ ਆ ਰਹੇ ਨੇ। ਮੈਂ ਉਮੀਦ ਕਰਦਾ ਕਿ ਕਾਫੀ ਸਾਰੀਆਂ ਨਵੀਆਂ ਚੀਜ਼ਾਂ ਜਿਹੜੀਆਂ ਨੇ ਉਹ ਇੰਟਰੋਡਿਊਸ ਹੋਣਗੀਆਂ। ਔਰ ਇਸ ਪ੍ਰੋਗਰਾਮ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਸਾਡੇ ਨਾਲ ਜਸਵਿੰਦਰ ਕੌਰ ਹੁਣੀ ਜਿੱਥੇ ਜੁੜੇ ਹੋਏ ਸਨ, ਉੱਥੇ ਦੂਜੇ ਪਾਸੇ ਦੀਪ ਜੱਟ ਹੁਣੀ ਵੀ ਜੁੜੇ ਹੋਏ ਸਨ। ਇਹਨਾਂ ਦਾ ਬਹੁਤ ਬਹੁਤ ਸ਼ੁਕਰੀਆ। ਤੇ ਜਿੱਥੇ ਅਸੀਂ ਵੱਖ-ਵੱਖ ਸਮਿਆਂ ਦੇ ਉੱਤੇ ਪੋਲੀਟੀਕਲ ਪਾਰਟੀਜ਼ ਦੇ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਲੀਡਰ ਸਾਹਿਬਾਨ ਨੇ, ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਲੈ ਕੇ ਰੇਡੀਓ ਤੇ ਹਾਜ਼ਰ ਹੁੰਦੇ ਹਾਂ। ਬਹੁਤ ਜਲਦੀ ਕੁਛ ਪ੍ਰੋਗਰਾਮ ਇਸ ਤਰ੍ਹਾਂ ਦੇ ਉਲੀਕ ਰਹੇ ਹਾਂ, ਜਿਹਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਐਕਟ ਪਾਰਟੀ ਵੱਲੋਂ ਪੰਜਾਬੀ ਮੂਲ ਦੇ MP ਡਾਕਟਰ ਪਰਮਜੀਤ ਪਰਮਾਰ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਨੇ, ਉਹ ਵੀ ਸਾਡੇ ਨਾਲ ਹਾਜ਼ਰ ਹੋਣਗੇ। ਬਹਿਰਹਾਲ, ਲੇਬਰ ਪਾਰਟੀ ਦੇ ਮੁੱਖ ਵਿਰੋਧੀ ਧਿਰ ਦੇ ਨੇਤਾ ਕ੍ਰਿਸ ਹਿਪਕਿੰਸ ਦੇ ਨਾਲ ਗੱਲਾਂ ਬਾਤਾਂ ਅੱਜ ਰੇਡੀਓ ਸਪਾਈਸ ਤੇ ਹੋ ਰਹੀਆਂ ਸਨ। ਮੈਂ ਇਸ ਗੱਲ ਨੂੰ ਲੈ ਕੇ